Most of us thought a MacBook Air with Retina display would have arrived long before 2015, but that's how long Apple took getting this bad boy ready. How does Apple's new MacBook Air and Retina in everything but name stack up next to the Surface Pro 3? Let's compare their features and specs. Heights are very close, and the Surface Pro 3 is 4% longer. At first glance, the Surface looks to be thinner than the MacBook, but this spec only includes the Surface in tablet mode, while the MacBook's measurement is for a folded-shut notebook. When you add the Surface's keyboard, it measures about 6% thicker than the MacBook. This plays along with a trick that often pops up in Microsoft's Surface advertising, counting only the tablet in the areas where that makes it look good, like pricing, thickness and weight, but adding the keyboard cover everywhere else, like when advertising its two-in-one productivity nature. The bottom line is the Surface's keyboard is an essential part of the equation, and will be attached to the device anytime you aren't actively using it in tablet mode. Both machines have high-end designs, with the MacBook's aluminum unibody versus the Surface's magnesium chassis. Pixel densities are close, with the MacBook measuring about 5% sharper. At the distance that laptops typically sit from your eyes, both screens will look very crisp. In tablet mode, where it will sit closer to your eyes, the Surface will show its pixels a bit more. That's something the MacBook doesn't have to worry about. Both machines have IPS panels. Apple still believes a great trackpad and keyboard are the best ways to control a notebook, and it's hard to argue with that logic. With that said, it can be handy to have a touch screen on a device like the Surface, even in laptop mode. Part of that is due to the Surface's bundled pen. More than a stylus, the N-Trig-powered Surface Pen provides some of the most natural digital inking around. If you're a OneNote user, it also has a nifty shortcut built into its cap. One click of the top end opens Microsoft's Evernote rival. The MacBook, though, doesn't give you any options for augmenting its storage with an SD card. The Surface has a discrete microSD slot that can go a long way in expanding that internal storage. Apple is boldly attempting to push us all into the future by reducing the new MacBook's ports to a lone USB Type-C port, much like it pushed us into a world without optical drives with the original MacBook Air. But, right now this is going to be a big compromise. All of your USB 2/3 accessories, be it external hard drives, SD readers or DVD burners. You won't be able to use any of them without an adapter. That isn't a huge hassle or expense, mind you, but it is one more thing to think about, and bring with you on trips. And since that lone port also doubles as a charging port, you can forget about doing a physical time machine backup while charging, unless perhaps you use a USB splitter, along with an adapter. Ditto for making large photo transfers from a camera's SD card while charging. Apple will, of course, recommend that you opt for wireless solutions, including its rather expensive routers to charge while making wireless time machine backups. No matter how you slice it, this is one of the biggest categories you'll want to think about before throwing down for the MacBook. How do you use your notebook? How many accessories do you use with it? And are you willing to buy adapters for all of them, and add that to your upfront cost?